today's video, why you should not be using intuitive eating.
By myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and I want to do a video today on the topic of intuitive eating. And as you guys know, if you watch a lot of my videos, my topics are often about things that I see recurring, like themes that are going on either with my clients or questions that I get asked, or just trends that I'm noticing among those that are involved in the fitness world. And so the term intuitive eating just keeps popping up on my radar. And I have both a good and a bad reaction to intuitive eating. But today's take is going to be on why I feel like you might not be prepared to eat intuitively, because we're all looking for that diet that gets us to our goals, whether that be fat loss, maintenance, muscle building. And the word intuitive is a bit misleading, okay? I think the idea behind intuitive eating is that our body tells us what we need. And perhaps at times that might be the case. Hunger signaling, body composition, these might all be telltale signs for us. But the idea that we can instinctually eat for muscle building or fat loss are very misguided, unless you have highly educated yourself on nutrition. Now, there are some basics to nutrition that if you understand, that perhaps you can go off and try some intuitive eating. I'll be honest, I don't track everything I eat every day, but I have tracked everything I've eaten every day for more than a year straight, okay? So I have developed some skills. So let's talk about the instinct that many of us would love to go by. You're craving something, you eat it, right? That would be instinct. You're sitting around and you're thinking, man, I would love a steak. So that would be instinctual. That would be the idea behind intuitive eating. When you're in the mood for a steak, eat a steak. That's what your body wants. That's what you need, okay? Maybe you're deficient in iron. Bam, that would be a good instinct. The problem is that for most of us, unless you've actually gone through the process of tracking your calories, tracking your macros, understanding what's in certain foods, your instincts might be very misleading. So intuitive eating can actually lead to not your goal, body fat gain, under eating, under consumption, whatever that may be. I actually have some people report a lack of appetite many times. So let's talk about why that would be the case. Well, our body goes through some pretty crazy changes when we lose body fat. So let's assume that you've been putting in a lot of work. You've been adding a bunch of cardio, but you haven't really educated yourself on dieting. You've just kind of eaten a meal plan that you've followed for a few months. You were given a meal plan, a bunch of cardio, and you dropped 20, 30, 40 pounds. Congratulations, you busted your butt. Now you hear about this intuitive eating. And it seems like a good idea. I'm gonna go off this diet, but I want to intuitively eat for success going forward. Well, here's the real problem. After a long fat loss phase, where you've restricted calories and increased cardio, if you change either of those two things too drastically, or even both of them at the same time, you're gonna put on body fat rapidly, okay? So, what happens when we restrict calories for a very long time? Our taste buds change, our sense of satiety changes, and our metabolic rate changes. So what this means is, when we eat something, it's going to trigger hunger, right? This is something that those of us that have dieted multiple times just come to accept. You're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be hungry during the diet, and you're gonna be hungry when you come out of the diet. But that's okay. We accept that. We understand that that is part of the process for reaching our goal. However, if this is not something that you've done multiple times, you might feel like, well, my body needs this. And understand that your brain is an organ that is designed to protect this. So, when your brain says, yes, you need donuts, and you think, oh, intuitively, I saw that donut, I need it. Understand that that is your brain and the brain's chemistry trying to put body fat back on your body. Because prior to losing body fat, that was your set point, right? Now you can change your body fat set point, right? You can get closer to where you were maybe in high school. I think we all have kind of a natural predication for a body weight that our body prefers to be at, and that would probably be very similar throughout our lifetimes. I do believe that if you add lean body mass, you can kind of change that, at least visually, body composition wise. Another topic completely, but understand that your brain's function is to get your body fat back where it was before you started your diet. So that intuition that you have is wrong. Secondly, when you eat something, right, it's going to trigger more hunger. You're going to be hungrier than you were before. The end of a fat loss phase, many people who I reverse diet often report that it's much more difficult than the fat loss itself. Well, why is that? Well, because once you've reached your goal, you remove that restriction. You've already reached your goal. So in the past, when you were dieting and you were hungry, you said, oh, I have this date. Now it's current and you're hungry. I don't really have a reason not to eat this piece of pizza. I don't really have a reason not to grab a Snickers bar, okay? These are the changes that happen. And this is where intuitive eating will leave you short because your instincts are wrong, okay? So to be successful at intuitive eating, what do you need to do? You need to be highly educated on the calories of foods, all right? Whatever it is that you're eating, because the way I intuitively eat when I'm not in super grow mode or super shred mode is that I use my history of eating. So when I go out to eat, I can kind of matrix up the numbers, right? I can look at a plate of food and understand that that's gonna be about 45 protein, 15 fat, 60 carb, right? I can kind of do those calculations in my head because I've been doing that for over a decade, okay? Now what that allows me to do is, all right, say I go out and I have something that's high in fat, high in sugar, maybe not ideal for my daily macros. Well, that just means my next meal, I just drop it down and just have some bare minimum protein, okay? These are the things that I've learned, okay? I can look at the scale from day to day, look at the body composition from day to day and understand, yep, time to pull back a little bit. Maybe I don't have that second piece of pie tonight. Maybe I skip the halo top, right? Whatever it is that allows me to kind of rein back. So my intuition on eating is more closely associated with my experiences. And you maybe will get there. But what I want to do is remove the idea that intuitive eating is something that we can all do without knowledge, without experience, without previously going through the process of tracking our diets, okay? You have to get there. That's all I'm saying. Intuitive eating, love the idea, hate if you don't really understand what's going on with your body and what's going on in the food you're eating, okay? That's gonna be it for me today, guys. Short video, but guess what? Lauren Conlon's coming over, so if you're not following Redefine Healthy Radio on iTunes or SoundCloud, well, what are you doing with your lives? Seriously, get on over there, download it, and leave a comment. Leave some feedback for us, because we got 2 episodes we're recording this week, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna get to work. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.